Next is he was an emperor who not only let Hindus build their temples, but he also gave grant to build them. So grant for building the temples, Hindu temple, also given by him. He was so much liberal, so that's why he forcefully conversation of Islam was stopped by him. He got religious books of Hindu translated into Persia. Akbar was a secular ruler who participated in festivals. Which type of festivals? Diwali, Holi, that participated by him. So he was liberal and respect all the religions. So that's why he built an Ibadat Khana, hall of worship built by him at Fatehpur Sikri. In the Abadat Khana, religious debates, discussions were held by Hindu, Muslim, Parsi, Jain, Christian religion scholars. So, a number of scholars related to different religion participated in that hall of worship. Akbar felt that if the good point of all religion were combined, he felt that if all the good points of all the religion combine, it will help the people. So that's why he started a new faith, that is Deen Ilahi, which was way of life. So Deen Ilahi, new religion, was um, um, mixture of all the religion, means good point of all religion taken by Akbar, and one new faith presented by him, that is Deen Ilahi in 1582. The basic principles of Deen Ilahi were very simple. See the first principle. Akbar declared himself the spiritual guide of his people. He preached peace and tolerance. He put forward the idea of Sulh Kul, or universal peace. He disapproved of the system of sati and discouraged the killing of animal for meat. Deen Ilahi was merely a code of conduct. Akbar never forced anyone to follow it. Clear? So, good points of all religion taken by him and presented among the students. His aim was to unite the people of his empire and achieve unity in a land of diversity. There were few followers of Deen Ilahi, as Akbar did not force anyone to accept its principle. Clear? So, only few were there. Now, next is Akbar and Rajput. What was the relation? Which type of relation was there between Akbar's and Rajput? So Rajput were well known for their bravery and warlike quality, and Akbar was a wise ruler and wanted to establish an empire on his subject willing cooperation. So to extend his empire, he extended his hand of friendship toward the Rajput. Clear? So Rajput, he know that if he was with the support of the Rajput, that he could strengthen and expand his empire. So because of that, he show friendly nature toward the Rajput. He decided to win them over by matrimonial alliances. So marriage alliances was met by the Akbar. He married the princess of Amber. Princess of Amber, she was a mother of Jahangir. She also appointed them to high and responsible posts. Raja Man Singh, military commander and a viceroy. Raja Todramal, his revenue expert. So all these Rajput he appointed into a high ranks. He did not annex their kingdoms after his victory. He asked them to pay tribute and accept his overlordship only. Akbar abolished the jizya and pilgrimage taxes which non-Muslim subject had to pay. So this type of things done by the Akbar to make his relation with the Rajput as well as to extend their territories. Next is architecture. If we talk about the architecture, number of buildings constructed during the reign of Mughal Empire. During Akbar reign, magnificent forts, palaces, gates, mosques, and public buildings were constructed. Clear? So this can be seen in the new capital at Fatehpur Sikri, which was Akbar built. Fatehpur Sikri, new capital. The Panch Mahal, Jodhabai Palace, Buland Darwaja, Diwane Khas, all these are built of red sandstone. These were the main work of Akbar. The Buland Darwaja was built to commemorate Akbar's conquest of Gujarat. Clear? So tomb of Humayun at Delhi, tomb of Salim Chishti, all these examples of Akbar's work, architecture. Now, painting. Akbar was a patron of painting. He established karkhanas or workshops. Here, painters from all over the country work together. ठीक है, कारखाnas built by him, where all painters of all over the countries came and did their works. So there was a beautiful blend of Persian Indian style in painting of this period. Painter decorated books with beautiful miniature short paintings. Miniature painting reached its climax during Akbar's period. So Basavan and the Savant were the two famous painters. So learn the name of that painters also who lived during Akbar's reigns. Clear? Next is music. Akbar was very fond of classical music, both vocal and instrumental. Mian Tansen, the famous court musician of Akbar, combined Indian and Persian musical style to produce a distinct musical tradition. So Tansen was the name of a musician. Composed many rags, the main ones being Rag Darbari, Rag Deepak, Mian Ki Malhar. He was patronized by Akbar. Next, literature. So in the field of literature also, so many works were there. So Akbar had two great scholars in his court, Abul Fazl and Faizi. Abul Fazl, who wrote Akbar biography known as Akbarnama, and Aine Akbari is a part of Akbarnama. So Akbar encouraged Faizi for translation of Ramayana and Mahabharata into Persian. Clear? As well as Tulsidas wrote the Ramcharitramanas in Awadhi. So these were the example of related to literature. Clear? Akbar died in 1605. He left a big and well established Mughal empire to his son Salim, who ascended the throne as Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir. So Salim's name Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir. So after his death, Akbar's death, Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir took over the charge of Mughal empire. Clear? Hope whole chapter understood by you. Thank you.